Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Combat Corner, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. I'm your host, Rudy Rodriguez Chomat. I got with me a special guest. Brother, this guy is a young and up-and-coming fighter. He is putting dudes out in the BKFC. I want to find out what the nickname comes from. I got to find this one out because he fights at 135, but his nickname is The Biggest. Now, that could mean a lot of things, but we're going to find out. I have Armando, The Biggest Rodriguez, with me,
What's
man.
up,
What's going
baby?
on,
What's
brother?
up? Combat Corner. How we doing?
We're doing well. We're doing well, man. I appreciate you jumping on. Yo,
Yeah,
let's
brother.
start
Thank you for
off.
having me.
Where does this nickname come from? Because, I mean, you fight at 135, so
Yeah, not that big, huh? Have you seen the competition at 135?
it's tough, man. It's a
They're
tough
tough, but
class, man.
if you notice, which is something that's always happened to me, like since my amateur career, I've
Mhm.
always been the tallest fighter in my
Oh,
division. I can,
okay.
surprisingly enough, I'm 5'11". I could still make 125. So, you know, it's pretty crazy. The height difference is crazy.
You're 5'11". Well, you need to tell the BKFC they list you at 5'9". What's going
Yeah.
on?
They had to tell, I had to get in with them. I was like, whoa, 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 I'm not 5'9", I'm 5'11". Look at my license. I had to show my license. So, yeah.
No, man, I'm about 5'10". So if I was 5'11", I'd want to be put 5'11", man, because that's an inch. That inch goes a
Hey,
long
that
way.
matters. That
That matters.
matters.
What's your reach? Because with the height, what is your
Like
reach?
73 inches, I believe. Yeah.
Okay, so you have obviously a huge advantage in terms of height, reach when you're fighting guys at 135. I can't even imagine at 125. I mean, that'd be crazy.
Yeah. So, and then that's just always what I've stuck to. Like my strong suit's always been boxing, picking guys
Mm,
apart from range. I know how to use my range well. So if I don't
mm.
have to get into an exchange, people that have seen me fight, they know it. If I don't have to get into an exchange, I would not do it.
What got you into fighting, man? You're a younger fighter. I mean, you have 3 fights, professional fights. How long did you fight amateur? When did you know that you wanted to be a BKFC fighter? Because I mean, this is
So yeah,
tell
it's
your
crazy.
tell your story.
So it turns out that my grandpa was a fighter himself,
Hmm.
and then my mom got really really sick, and
Hmm.
then like what they would do is just so I can be relaxed or just not focus on what was going on the outside because my mom was very sick.
Hmm.
They put me into a boxing gym, and then I kind of like dove in and out of it because of the streets, and as growing up as a kid here, my dad was in the military. So my dad left me when I was very little, and
Hmm.
then just you start doing dumb stuff as a kid, you're missing that father figure. And then I just used all that negative energy, and I went through some things, and then I made the focus to just completely shift to what is
Hmm. So, are you from South Florida?
I was born in Venezuela, but I
Okay.
got here I got here when I was about 2 years old.
I mean, gosh, I'm thinking of the fact that you're from Venezuela and all the stuff that's going on there. Do you have family that's still over in Venezuela
um
dealing with all that stuff?
some Most are already here.
Hmm.
It's just it's like one person can't change the world, you know but I really do hope that in the future Venezuela just gets in a better in a better position so I can go over there. I would like to do like some charity events over there or something.
Hmm. Did you play baseball as a younger kid?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean, I mean, I mean, for Christ's sakes, it's like
yeah,
Cuba, Venezuela, Puerto Rico, all the
yeah.
Spanish countries. I mean, you're all baseball players,
So
bro.
the funny thing is, funny story, when I was playing baseball, right? Somebody hit. I was playing shortstop, and there was a kid playing second base, and
Hmm.
they hit a ground ball to where he was, and he went to grab it, and he dropped it. And then he got mad, and he threw his glove on the ground, and I was like, "Yo, don't get freaking mad. Just do what you got to do." And then he went. He told me something like, "I'm in his team." And I grabbed my glove and I threw it at him. This was in Little League. And after throwing my glove at him, I was like, yeah, no, I can't do a team sport. I'd rather do an individual sport.
Did you guys have a fight on the baseball field?
No,
Did
he
it?
was like, whoa, just chill, just chill. I was ready to fight though, so I was like, okay, this isn't for me, you know?
Oh my God, that's a story, man. Yo,
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
about your first fight. You come into the BKFC, you win by beautiful knockout, but you bust up your hand badly. And I mean, how long your finger? How long did that keep you out? That obviously that had to put a little bit of a damper on a huge win for
What
you
people
because
what
now you can't fight for a good period of time.
correct. So what people don't know is that this, like my finger, when it happened, I felt like it was just all of this that has happened to me from my debut to now. I feel like it's part of my story. You know,
Hmm.
like it's part
Yeah.
of my success story. Unless you win, nobody gives a shit that this happened. Respectfully, so my first fight, it put me out 12 weeks, but
Hmm.
it was a very one of the most complex surgeries
Hmm.
and one of the most complex injuries that BKFC has seen. And I actually went viral for that picture of my finger. And then but I knew, like, no matter what, I'm gonna fight again. I'm gonna fight again. I'm gonna fight again. So uh it did kind of hold me back, but as a fighter you just have so many tools to your possession. I got another hand, I'm ambidextrous, I got my feet, I could do cardio. So
Hmm. What
you just
what what
gotta
did
make it
they
work.
say? What did they say about the injury? I mean, there was a possibility you couldn't fight again. They were saying.
No, they told me that it was just gonna be a while before I fought. That it was gonna be a complex surgery. They put two screws on my finger.
Hmm.
So they told me that it was gonna be a complex surgery, and then the motion of the finger, it goes up, down, and around. So it's like it's not like a knuckle that is just open and closed, you know.
Hmm.
So that concerned me a little bit, but I believe in God, you know, and I'm a true firm believer that I promised my grandpa on his deathbed.
Hmm.
uh he was in a coma and he wasn't responding to nobody, and I promised
Hmm.
him that I was going to be a world champion. This was when I was a kid, and
Hmm.
he reacted to me, and I have that on video.
Hmm.
So everything that's happening to me, it's just fuel to my fire. I'm not stopping for nothing or nobody. You're going to have to cut my hands off, and maybe even then I'll still find a way.
I believe it because I remember when my dad died. He's at the end, and he's about to pass
Yeah,
away, and I'm holding. It's like literally the night before he died. I'm holding his hand and telling him, you can let go. I mean, it's like and squeeze my hand if you can hear me, but he's out, and he squeezes my hand, so I completely feel all that. Like
you
where
see what I'm saying?
like they
You see
hear
what I'm
you,
saying?
they just can't respond, and they so
And
like
people think like there's like they get receptive blockers, so obviously like
mm,
they can't get information through. They were putting music on my grandpa, like they were putting
mm,
music for him, talking to him. They were putting some of his old songs because he used to be a singer as well
yeah.
after a fighter. And he didn't answer to nobody, and I laid on his chest and I told him that I was gonna be a world champion, and he agreed. He was like, uh-huh, like, and I got that on video. So
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. I mean,
that's my reason why.
that's awesome. So you went from, I mean, you went from March, you fought in September, then you fought again in March, and now you have the other hand. Um, what happened there?
um I'll tell you what, man. Corey Roberts has a strong fucking chin, dude. This motherfucker stuff. So, bro, look, me as a fighter, uh, a lot of fighters, you know, people that are green in the game, people that don't have much experience, right? I'm not gonna say any names, but people that don't have much experience, people that just got into this, they think they want to spend the whole fight just looking for one shot. You're in there with me for 10 minutes. You're gonna count on one shot. You get
Yeah.
me? So
Mhm.
I like to set up knockouts, and I like to be precise more than anything. I got power, but I like to be precise. So
Mhm.
my thing is my accuracy. So when my in the first 30 seconds of my fight, I landed a shot on him on his jaw that I broke his jaw with that shot. Corey will tell you himself. And dude, he got back up like it was all good, and I was like, whoa, okay, this guy's good. Like this guy's game. And bro, I beat him down for 2 rounds. It didn't work. Well, it was definitely working, but it wasn't taking a toll on him. So the third round, I just stuck to what I know how to do and my
Mhm.
experience. So I was like, okay, bro, let's box him and break him down. I knew he was gonna drop, but
Mhm.
it was later on during the rounds.
So I mean, you have a division that it's a stacked division. I mean, at bantamweight, you have goodness. I was just looking at it a second ago. Where the heck did it go? I mean, obviously you have the champion, the current champion, who
That's my big brother. You know, I want to actually get
yeah,
that out there right now. We train
okay,
together because everybody's always telling me, "Oh,
yeah.
you and Alberto Blas, you and Alberto Blas."
Oh
Listen,
man.
that is my big brother. Okay, we're in the gym together. He helped me out for this last fight. right
Mhm.
now is his time. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he's doing everything he has to do. We've already talked off camera, you know, like, and we know that right now it's his time. Right now, I'm only grateful for him because he's paving the way for me. But we
Mhm.
work the gym, we spar together, we get working together, and he's more of a mentor than anything else. So you know that fight's not happening. But
Mhm.
anybody else on that list is a fair is fair game.
Let me ask you about him because obviously the man hits hard as shit. You know, when you, I mean,
Yeah.
the knockout artists. I mean, and they're quick. What have you felt in sparring with him? Because you guys obviously do not. I don't think you would go all out on each other. Maybe you did at some point. Maybe you step on each other's toe and you're like, I'm coming for your ass today. But no, generally speaking, like when you see the knockouts and you like, man, I felt this guy's power. You know, and obviously
Yeah.
you're probably wearing real boxing gloves, not bare knuckles when you're
Yeah.
sparring, right?
So um as for Alberto Blas's power, he's very powerful, but more powerful than anything, he's explosive. So you
Hmm.
have him in front of you, and in
Hmm.
the blink of an eye, he'll be right here or right here. And before you're able to react, his lights out, you know? So it's
Gotcha,
like,
gotcha.
and then what the thing about him, one of the reasons why I actually tell him that I admire him so much is because, bro, it's a person that you see a lot of fighters that become world titleists, or they yeah, they become world title holders, or you see even contenders, and they get to the gym with like a chip on their shoulder and like acting like if they're all that. He knows he doesn't have anything to prove to nobody, to only himself. You get me?
Yeah,
His debt is with himself.
yeah.
So if you need his help with anything, he'll sit there and explain it to you, not being selfish. Or if you need work or something and you get hit with a good shot, it happens. We all
Hmm.
let shots
Yeah.
go. So you get hit with a good shot, any other fighter will rush at you, even in sparring, especially the ones that feel like they have something to prove. He won't. He'll hold off, he'll look at you, you okay, and let's continue. So
Hmm.
he's a very, very humble person, is as powerful and as much as he has in skill to be like that. I feel like what makes him such an admirable person and such a person to look up to is how humble he is.
Hmm. So you mentioned we spoke before off camera. You have a fight that you're gonna fight on July 12th at the Hard Rock. You're telling me. Do you
Yes.
have any idea who the opponent will be? Do you have an opponent you'd like to see? Obviously, you're still building yourself up. You know, as your younger guy in the sport. Who would you like to see? Because obviously, there's a lot of guys out there.
Well, look, man. So for the first fight, right, that was B-sided, right? They lost a lot of money with me that day. You know, nobody thought that I was gonna. And it's not the fact that I beat him; it's how I
Uh-huh.
beat him. You get me?
Yeah.
Everybody's like,
Yeah.
"Okay, what the hell? Who is this savage?" And then this
Mhm.
second fight, I showed my experience and my composure as a fighter. So, bro, for my fight number three, you know, if, like specifically for a call out right now, I don't really care. Anybody that they put, I feel bad and I hope they're training. But bro, I don't care to. I would like to face Keith Richardson because he was a former title holder. I know there's like, oh, this guy's 3-0. He's gonna go bite off this. I can handle it. I
Mhm.
promise you, I can handle it.
Mhm.
I'll do. I would like. Who knows, man? Somebody that has clout but can't fight. Like
Mhm.
I'll do Ibarola. You know, I don't
Mhm.
care. It's
Mhm.
just my job is to break people, to show
Mhm.
people that think that they could fight that they can't, that they don't know shit about fighting when it comes down to this. I don't care what hood
Mhm.
you come from. There's another one with this one, which I don't care to see him at 140 at some point. It will meet at a catch weight. El Gallo, you know, he's easy work. You know, like anybody right now that really is just in the way. Because I was loading my bases for a while. You know,
Mhm.
just watching everybody watching everybody erupt, and I was always just supportive of everybody. And then when everybody saw that I started to get my little shine and my little light, it's like those same people that were clapping for me. I don't know where you just saw them go like, "Ugh, why is this guy winning? Ugh, why is this guy winning? Wait, weren't you
Mhm.
clapping for me like 2 fights ago? Like what's
Wow.
going on?"
What
So
is going on in Miami, man? Did you
the
guys all
fit,
train in the same gym at some point, and it seemed like it's
the
gone a little bit the wrong direction or something like that?
everything starts how I would say, you know, when you got a lawnmower, you got a high garden, you got a lot of
Yeah.
snakes watching out. So we just started mowing the gym, mowing the garden in the gym, and the snakes, the true colors of everybody just came out, and the real one stayed.
Wow. Jesus Christ, man.
I won't go too much into it, because that's like gym drama, but like
Yeah.
definitely it's just some things are just some people will portray that they're good people. Some people will show to the public and lie like they're good people, like they're kind and they're but off the camera they're as as bad as it gets.
What gym do you what's your
So
what gym do you work
that's
out
that,
of?
man.
What gym do you work out of?
Young
What gym?
Tigers
Young
Foundation
Tigers.
with
Okay.
Eric El Tigre Castaños and Martin
Okay.
Davila.
Okay. So who else is in that gym with you?
Well, right now, I actually it's just me. As of right now, we got other fighters. Not a BKFC fighter, so that's actually good. My
Hmm.
coach is a five-time world champ. He's focusing on me and me alone.
Uh-huh.
So, but I still stay in tune with my guys that had gone to that gym, like Peter Pedraza, Martin Davila, even Palomino, man, from a while back. Like I
Hmm.
every time I see him, it's all love, bro. It's all good. And then it's funny because everybody has the same thing to say about the same person. Like, so it's like, bro, come on. If it smells like shit and everybody's pointing in one direction, it's because the shit is coming from that direction. So basically, man, another thing that I really liked about having these guys in the gym with me, which we still do, once I get out of the gym, right?
Hmm.
eh, Either Peter Pedraza is calling me, hey, did you eat? How do you feel? Are you okay? Even Indio, man, I'll write to him like even about mental things going on at home after the gym, and I'll tell him, hey, brother, look, I feel this way and this way and this way. And in Young Tigers right now, it's just it, it's a lot closer and a lot tighter. It's just Tigres training me and Indio.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
he's just training both of us. So it's like it's more of a brotherhood. It's more quiet, more
Hmm.
focused.
Yeah. You mentioned to me earlier, actually, I think it was off camera as well. 125. You could fight at 125. They just announced an interim title fight today between G the Cut Man. I don't know how he does all that stuff. He takes care of cuts and then he fights
Yo,
at the
hey,
same
he's a
time.
boss.
And
He's a
and
boss.
he's a beast. And then he's fighting against Andrew Strode, who just beat Tyler Randall up in Connecticut. I
That
mean,
that's a,
that's obviously a good fight. What are your thoughts on that fight? And obviously, you mentioned you might fight it. You could fight at 125, which I
bro.
mean,
Like I said, look, G's helped me out in the corner. He's been my cut man. I love him to death. I'm not. If it makes money and it makes sense, then yeah. But as a true professional, bro, he knows that I'll shake his hand. I don't have anything against. I'm not gonna say I don't have anything against any fighters. I have my things,
uh-huh,
inside.
of
But
course.
with him specifically or any other fighter, it's just business, bro. I'll beat your ass.
Mhm.
I'm not saying that I'll beat his ass because I'm not. Gee, we're not fighting. You're my guy. But I'll beat your ass and I'll shake your hand right after, bro. It doesn't matter, like. But uh, G's being my guy, I want G to win.
Mhm,
And bro, I really would like to see Strode in the future. Bro, I want
mhm,
the best name. When you look at my record, I want you to be like, damn, this guy fought the best. Look at my box rec. You get me?
mhm,
I don't come to play. I
mhm.
got 30 amateur fights.
Oh,
Three-time
okay.
gold 3-time Golden Glove champion. Like I've been around. So
So
and
what brought you from boxing then to bare knuckle?
so I ranked number 7 in the country in 2019,
Hmm.
and then for boxing. And
Yeah.
then COVID hit. Everything went downhill from there. Fans stopped showing up, so they weren't grabbing all the seats to turn professional or any of that. And then, so I kind of just like lost the love for the sport. And
Hmm.
then, I BKFC just started like booming, and my style is a very unforgiving style. Like even in sparring or anything, I'm not gonna hit you. I'm not gonna whack you hard. But
Yeah.
if you make a mistake, I gotta make sure that that mistake that you made is the last one you make. Right. So I don't. That's what I like about BKFC so much, that I'll be able to jab you a whole round in boxing gloves. And what am I gonna give you? A red nose? You get me? In
Yeah.
BKFC, you get jabbed 2 3 times and it's over.
Yeah.
So I just like that. I like the fact that you can make mistakes.
Yeah. I mean, a jab in BKFC splits people open. A
So
jab in
I think
boxing
that's
is
what I like.
Because I mean, you mentioned a catch weight at 140. I mean, could you fight at 45 as well?
I could fight at 45 as well, but it would just be right now. It just wouldn't be.
Hmm.
I don't think right now. So there's plans on me staying at 135 to continue reigning that division, and my big brother Indio, he's down to go and face Queen Kai, or he's down to face anybody Dodson. He trains like he's ready all the time. So once he's up there, then I'm gonna completely obliterate the 135 division. But as of right now, I'll fight at 140, 130 and 135. Anybody there, and the reason why I'm being so open minded and wide about it is because I know that a lot of fighters make excuses like, no, that's too low overweight for me, that's too low overweight for me. I got out of fighting. I fought last month. Now I fight at 35. I'm weighing 138 pounds. I weigh myself today. I'm always at weight. Like I'm a true professional. I've done this forever. So
You don't have to cut weight at all, obviously.
not at all.
Just
No excuses. Don't
go to
even.
the bathroom once.
Yeah. Like I go to the bathroom, I take a piss, and I'm back. So
That's
like
wild. Looking
it's
at this at the rankings at 35. I mean, you're with a great management crew, all in.
hey right there.
Because
Look.
and I see them up there and up there. I mean, but a lot of these guys are under that same umbrella. I mean, I'm just looking at the list right now. You got Reber who's fighting on Friday. You got Chris Garcia. He fought on the card that you fought on a month ago. I
Garcia's
mean,
my guy. I helped
mhm,
him out this last fight.
yeah.
Reaver doesn't want to fight me. Reaver's not gonna fight me. And Rambo's another one of my guys. I want him to go do his thing. I
He's
right
at
now,
30.
man.
He's 35 also.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is this,
Oh,
like,
man.
and I mean this respectfully. This goes,
Yeah,
and I'm saying this. I don't want to stir the pot or nothing. This goes
yeah,
to those same guys at All In.
yeah.
Some of them saw me. Howard Davis grew up with me on the amateurs. So did Rambo. Like they know what time I'm on and they know what I'm about. So
Mhm,
I don't want to shut nobody's lights out.
mhm,
I want everybody to shine and everybody to grow together. That's
mhm.
all I want. If the fight happens in the future, sorry, but like, and I know that goes to everybody, even by
Yeah,
my company, anybody. Like, I'm
yeah. Of
here to fight the best. I don't
course,
want to pick
of
and
course.
choose like other people have. Like, hey, I could sell tickets, so let me fight this taxi driver, or let me fight this pizza maker. Like, no, I'm here to fight real killers. You get me? Because when it comes down to it, that you're getting that ring,
Mm,
that's the lie detector. I don't care
mm,
what hood you're from, how many times you've been shot at, how many drugs you sold. When you're in there and you go against a seasoned
yeah.
fighter,
Mhm.
you're getting worked. It doesn't matter. It's the name of the game. You got to respect fundamentals.
I mean, it is what it is a sport. I mean, obviously, like it is. There's team components, but you guys are individuals. You all have a
Of
common
course.
goal and a common prize, and you know, XYZ guy makes whatever, but you don't make that because you don't have that. So, like, when you look at it from that perspective, I mean, I recently heard an interview for one of the guys in the USA track team who
Hmm.
runs the 100, and he says, "Well, I haven't talked to Noah Lyles. Like we don't talk to each other when we're not on the same 4x100. He's out for me, I'm out for him. There's no friends in this shit. There's no team."
Did you see
And
that? Did you ever see that video of Kobe, and rest in peace to him, of
mm,
Kobe and Paul Gasol in
yeah,
the
when he put his forearm right through him in the
boom right
Olympics,
in them? You get that's
yeah,
how it is. That's the name of the game. Like
yeah,
we're not here to play. This is how we
yeah,
eat.
no, for sure, because obviously you have your goals and you want to reach them naturally, and
If
man,
look, I'll put it this
we
way: if
yeah,
let's say I made that promise to my grandpa, like I told you, right?
hmm
Um, if any of these guys signed in my company, signed in the same company that's not my company, the same company that
yeah,
signed me,
yeah,
if I have to get through them to grab that title and take it to my grandpa's ashes with a smile from ear to ear,
of course, absolutely.
it's my
What
dream.
Absolutely. From what is being with a company like that? How have they helped your career? Because I know they're highly involved. I mean, I know them personally, but heck, I've seen Vic. I mean, he's sparring with HD for his last fight.
Vic,
Like,
Vic is somewhat of like a big brother, not a manager. You don't see him as a manager. Anybody that's a big brother to me because he texted me, "Hey, bro, just checking up on you. Hey, just doing this, just doing that. Do you need anything?" And when I got signed, I told him that the only thing that I ever wanted was to get a world title and take it to my. I asked Vic for a world title shot. My first fight. Ask him, ask him if I'm lying. So he's like, okay, that's crazy, but we'll be able to build you up to that. But
Hmm.
then he saw what it was that I can do, and it's just his love. He kind of like realized what it was that I could do, but his love never changed. Like he always like saw me as that kid that came into his office. I cried to him when I signed, and I told him that like this is a dream come true. So he knew like from the very beginning that I needed help, and all he's ever done was just put me active. So whether it's blood work that I have to do, eye exams, any of that, I don't focus on it. Like the whole day, I have a team that focuses on it. My job is to go to the gym and then go here when they say when. So that takes a lot of weight off a fighter.
That's obviously huge because we don't. If you have to worry about all that other crap, it's it's a job in
You want
itself.
to
But
fight the doctor that's taking out your blood. You want to fight everybody. I've been
if
there.
just looking at where do you how many fights do you think you need? Oh, bring it back real quick. You mentioned you asked for a title fight, your first fight. I mean, didn't Vasily Lomachenko get a title fight his second fight or first or
Yeah,
second fight in
yeah.
boxing and was
So
champion by like what his second or third, like really, really fast because he had 100 some odd amateur fights. I
exactly.
mean,
So
it's not out of the question.
that's the way I was actually trying to move it. But like,
Mhm.
well, when Lomachenko asked Bob Arum, that he was like, "Hey, I need this. Like I need a title shot." He's like, "Whoa, who are you?" Absolutely not. But then when he
Yeah.
saw what he did, and I believe I'm ready for a title fight. I'm ready to be in there 5 rounds with the best of them. But
Mhm.
I want to make myself worth more.
Yeah,
At the
of
end of the
course.
day, I gotta eat and I gotta get this title from my grandpa. But on the way to that, I gotta make sure that I retire my mom. That I
Mhm.
retire my pops and everybody. So
Mhm. I mean, you obviously seen Leonardo Perdomo fight. I mean, he's not in the same gym with you guys? I mean, because I know I've seen
no,
him.
he's actually like a few gyms down. It's funny. He passes by the gym in the
Well,
morning. He says what's up to me. I'm like, yo, yo.
but you see a guy like that, it's like you wonder where does this? He's 5'10", 5'11". He's not. Are you taller than him?
We're actually very similar in size. Yeah. He's just when you see him, he's like a freaking tank, bro. Yeah.
Have you ever sparred with him?
No, 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 no. One thing that I actually
Mhm,
do respect when it comes to weight, like if you're fighting with another fighter that knows how to fight, you get me?
mhm.
Like even though if we're just working cuz like you said in sparring, we don't go
Yeah,
hard, but
yeah,
we make ourselves felt.
yeah.
Sometimes when you just swing a punch just because of the fact that you're heavier, you have more bone density and things like that, the punch might land there a little bit harder than what the other guy is used to, and then like right there everything just starts to like become a back and forth, you get me? So
Mhm.
you have to respect weight classes at the end of the day.
What are your thoughts of Conor McGregor in BKFC and I mean what he's doing for BKFC and promotion of the company and I mean helping the fighters obviously get more well known because there's been a lot. I mean, there've been a lot of changes just since I've been covering BKFC. Just
Yeah,
when he came on board, it was like it's been there've been moves.
he
What are your
made a
thoughts on that?
statement. Yeah, he made a statement. So basically I feel like Conor McGregor, along with the help of Dave Feldman and Serge as well, I
Hmm.
feel like he was just a key piece. I'm not gonna say the missing piece, but he was a key piece
Hmm.
um to where everything now needs to evolve together. Now the fight world is knowing us, and then you go and you take somebody to a boxing fight, and it's like they may be like oh, okay, like we don't know what's going on, like jab, jab, do this, do that, but like you go and take somebody to a bare knuckle fight and they know what's going on. Yo, this guy's getting his ass kicked. You know, like
Yeah,
so like in boxing fights you hear jab, 1, 2, here, fuck him up. Like, you heard it.
yeah.
So it happens, man, but like Conor McGregor being in there is, I feel like this sport, the reason why it called his attention is because of his aura, how he is. He's not calm, he's explosive, he's fun, he's happy, he cares to grow, and he's exciting here in BKFC. It's the most exciting combat sport in the world, and people think that that's just a thing.
Mhm.
Anybody that goes to a BKFC event doesn't come back the same.
Were you ever in MMA at all?
I did Naga rules. I did a tournament for 2 fights in Naga rules. I won.
Mhm,
But then some guy got caught in a leg lock and then they broke his leg. And my
mhm.
mom was like, "Yeah, no, you're not fighting here." So she took me to boxing. And then when she took me to boxing, uh I turns out that like I had the whole like hit and
Mhm.
just don't get hit.
Don't get
And
hit.
yeah, and then that's when she was like, okay, this is your shit. This is what you're doing. My mom dies. Any fight you go to, any of my fights that you go to, you'll know who my mom is.
So how does she feel about BKFC? I mean, because boxing is boxing, but this is different, you
Well,
know.
the punches, the sound of the punches and everything is different, but she says the same thing, bro. She's like, bro, you throw a punch the same way, you just have no gloves, right? And she tells everybody, what do you think? He has no hands. They're gonna swing at him, but he's gonna swing right back even harder. And then what she sees is like, so after my first fight, right, this last fight with Corey Roberts, when I go back to my dad got nervous, and he's like, this motherfucker's tough. And I'm going back to the corner, and I was like, Mom, what'd you feel when I was going back to the corner the second time? She's like, bro, your dad's a fucking pussy. Your dad's there. She's talking about my dad. She's like, yo, your dad's a fucking pussy. He was there nervous. And I told him, look at his face. He's clean. Because when I came out of that fight clean.
Yeah,
So he's like, look at his face. He's clean. Like, he's got this in the bag. Don't worry. And my dad's like, you sure? You sure? Mom was like, shut the fuck up. Let me watch the fight.
that's wild. So I should look for the crazy lady around the
The
ring when you
crazy
fight the
lady
next time.
screaming "Poppy" or "Let's go, Poppy." That's my mom. Yeah, she actually, bro. She's been there with me since the amateurs, bro. Since the amateurs, like
Usually it's
that.
the mom that's like, no, don't touch my baby,
No, my
and the
my
father's
mom's
like,
with it.
man, stop whining, it's the opposite here.
My mom's with
That
it.
that's definitely different. Man, I appreciate your time. What is your message to BKFC fans out there who don't know who you are yet? And what they can expect when they come to see you fight, because obviously that's the fans are what make all these sports go and all that.
So my message to the BKFC fans, bro, you're gonna hear about me. If not, I'm gonna have to knock down. I'm gonna have to break the door down. So,
Mhm,
one way or another. But just I want to thank everybody for supporting me. This is deeper than money to me. This is a dream that I had since I was 9 years old. I started competing like very early, and from the moment I got into this, I knew what I wanted to be. Every time that I
mhm,
walk out to that arena, that I see myself on the jumbotron and I hear AJ, I feel like I've been there 1,000 times. I
mhm,
dreamed that 1,000 times, and none of that will be possible without those people screaming my name or just somebody asking me to take a picture or just a simple hello. So
mhm,
I'm living my dream, bro. I have this thing that I say right now. I'm high off life.
mhm. That's awesome. That's awesome. I got one more I forgot that I wanted to
Go
ask you.
ahead. Go ahead.
Did you hear the story with Dave Feldman where early on, I guess it was maybe when they were still doing maybe underground fights before they did BKFC one, where a fighter didn't show up and he took his shirt off and he went and he fought.
That he fought the fighter,
Like he fought a fighter didn't show up, and so
and he
because that
fought
fighter
for the
and he
fighter,
fought for the fighter. I saw this on I think it was with Ariel Hawani. I think that's where I saw it. But that he actually fought in his own card, didn't train, but he's a boxing background, and he just went in there and he fought and he won, which makes it even crazier.
No way. I
But
haven't seen that. I have to get
but,
into it.
but when you okay, so since you haven't heard that, but now that you've heard it, when fighters pull out of fights, and you're the owner of the company, the founder of the company, is like, bro, I'm taking my shirt off. I'm walking in there. I'm gonna throw hands and like, what does
Okay.
that make you? What does that make you feel as a fighter? Like, bro, this guy is about it.
You're in a fucking crazy ass. That's my boss. Are you serious? Like, you get me? Like, if I'm crazy for fighting, my boss is even crazier. He didn't train, no weight, no nothing. And I'm here to tell you this, bro. Look, just side note, okay? I broke my finger my first fight. I
Yeah,
got the job done. I beautifully. And if you see, I broke my finger during that fight. So I
yeah,
was still swinging it.
yeah.
This last fight, I broke this knuckle and I still got the job done. Right?
Mhm.
So what does that say to you? Whether you don't go to the fight, whether you hurt a shoulder or an elbow or something and you can't finish a fight or you make excuses to it after, it just shows that your pride and ego are hurt. And excuses, I learned this since the amateurs. My first amateur coach told me this. Excuses are made to justify failure. You get the job done no matter what. You don't put an excuse as like, oh, this guy beat me because I this happened. Shut the fuck up, bro. Like, he beat you because you couldn't figure him out. That's that. You know.
Yeah, that's the message. I got you, man. But bro, man, I appreciate your time, man. I'm looking forward to seeing you fight again in July. Um,
We'll be back. We're
I
both of
think
them.
I thank you so much for your time, brother. Folks, everyone, this is Armando the biggest. We now know why he's the biggest because at 135, this man is towering over guys in his weight class,
Towering over
Rodriguez,
everybody.
and he'll be at the Hard Rock again on July 12th. So I'm
Yes,
sure
sir. I'm also gonna be in Clearwater this weekend
okay,
in Tampa. I want to go look
okay,
at the competition, Nathan
okay,
Rivera, and just
yeah.
I want to see how far I can go. So yeah, guys, thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Now, I'll be there as well. I'll be up there
Oh,
Thursday.
nice.
I'll be up there Thursday. So, yeah, it's a little hard for me to go Dubai, but I can go to Clearwater.
Yeah, no, no, for sure. I'm gonna see if I can do Dubai.
Yeah,
I'll see how I'm feeling about it. I got my passport ready, so
yeah. That's that,
let's see.
that's that's awesome. That's an awesome opportunity to go travel across the world to fight and
Yeah,
fight. And that's pretty dope, man. But yo,
yeah.
AJ, I appreciate it, man. Thank you so very much for your time, folks. Again, Armando, the biggest Rodriguez. This is Combat Corner, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now.